Welcome ladies and gentlemen to a brand new video. Throughout the years, if you have found yourself selecting a flamethrower as your choice of weapon in games, well, I might have the right hunter to appease you and your sadistic ways. Introducing Felix the Firefox.
All it takes is a spark.
Armed with his flamethrower, goggles and an acute sense of smell, Felix is a fighter and thrives getting in the heart of the action directly. First, let's go over his abilities. Felix's passive is Ignition. When enemies take enough damage from any of his abilities, they enter two states. The first state is Burning, dealing damage to a portion of the enemy's max HP every second. The second state is Blazing. They burn for double the damage of the first state and the burn now becomes lethal. Using his left click, Flamethrower, you will see what state an enemy has reached via these flames above their head. One solid teardrop flame indicates burning, and a flaming teardrop means blazing. You can turn in any direction with the flamethrower and it can be held down indefinitely with zero cost to mana. Next up is his right click, Fireball. You fire a solo projectile towards the enemy and its basic use will be to ignite enemies into a burning state. However, if you use this ability on an enemy who is already in a burning state, it will upgrade them to the blazing state instantly, as well as spreading it to nearby enemies. Your next ability on left shift key is Flame Skull Bash. This is a dash with two charges, allowing you to gap close on your target or dodge enemy spells in the direction your cursor is facing. Moving on, Felix's E ability is Flame Shield. Upon activation, Felix will deal damage in a circle around him and drag all nearby enemies in towards him. If at least one enemy is hit, he is granted a shield for 15% of your maximum health, with the amount being increased by either 6 or 12% based on if the enemy is burning or blazing. And last but not least, we have Felix's ultimate, Jetpack. Once activated, he will fly in the direction of your cursor, gaining speed and leaving a fiery trail that slows, damages, as well as applying stacks of your passive. It can be reactivated at any point to end your trail prematurely and is perfect for engaging or running away like a cowardly fox. Now, let's jump into the equipment. There are multiple pathways you can go down, but the one constant is Vampiric Blade. Vampiric Blade's lifesteal is perfect on Felix. As a hunter who has the privilege of being able to constantly deal damage via his flamethrower, it seems best to take advantage of this and also primarily level up this piece of equipment via gems. The second item will define what type of player you want to be. If you want to be a follow-up engager, taking Bladed Helm alongside Vampiric Blade is the way to go, which offers more tankiness towards your flame shield as well as extra move speed to gap close. If you prefer flat out damage, Mana Blade is the best solution, meaning you are never in danger of running out of mana during a fight and fully capping out your maximum damage. Finally, you can also go Bladed Helm and Mana Helm for flat out tank build if necessary, although I don't think personally he suits the role of tank all that well. Moving on, we now have the best powers and items to acquire on Felix. Starting off, we have Brushwhacker. The invisibility from this power after leaving a bush is super useful, allowing you to engage fights in the cover of stealth to gain a better flank on the enemy. Next up, we have Tree Prison. This is my personal favourite. Activating this power around your target will lock them in with you at close range, meaning they have to fight you or their way out, either of which usually results in their demise. Think of it as an unlosable gulag. And coming in at third place, we have the Omnivamp power. Partnered with your Vampiric Blade, you can lifesteal an insane amount of health back, either from the enemy or from nearby XP camps quicker than eating food. Lastly, the Grappling Hook is all round the best power to obtain for those looking to play at a higher skill level. Its ability to quickly latch onto a target eliminates your need to engage with Jetpack, meaning you can gap close on the enemy more reliably and never let them out of your sight. Combine it with Tree Prison and you probably have the best combination of powers. All powers have their uses in certain situations, so don't be afraid to experiment. These are just the main ones Felix can benefit from in most scenarios. So you have a basic rundown now on Felix's build, items and powers. Now let's speak about how you should play him. First of all, I want to make a note of the importance of his right click, Fireball. Being the only long range spell in your arsenal, it becomes your main tool for spiking enemies at long distance, either to kill an enemy instantly over the void or for grounding them whilst chasing. A well timed firebolt can also be really useful at denying the enemy an engage.
Huge right click, by the way.
Secondly, let's talk about a basic combo. Most fights should play out the following way. Remain passive and look for either a flank on the enemy's backline, or wait for your teammates to land shots and weaken an enemy's HP. Upon seeing your opening, fly in using jetpack on your target. Once in range, use flame shield to drag enemies in towards you. Lay down as much damage as possible to apply your passive, and then chase down the target using flame skull bash and firebolt to finish them off. The importance of gaining your ultimate as soon as possible is key, as it is very difficult to gap close given your close range nature without it. In terms of direct counters to what you are trying to achieve, a well-timed Celeste wall can stop your progression towards the target, so be wary of this. Huntress can also slap you away on your engage via her right-click ability Soulbound Shot, so maybe wait this out before fully committing onto a team with one in its ranks. Follow these tips and maybe you will also find yourself at the top of the leaderboards for wins, as I was in one of the most recent playtests. And if you're watching this and haven't signed up to playtest SUPERVIVE, what are you doing? Sign up via my referral link in the description or the comments for a chance to come and play. I also fully cover a usual Felix game in my beginner guide here if you'd like to see more footage of the Firefox himself. Thank you for watching, I'm in Kindle, and I'm out.